News of a major tropical storm threat elsewhere. Those major wildfires burning out of control tonight. Mandatory evacuations, the race to escape as homes go up in flames. Hundreds of firefighters and dangerous winds expected right into the weekend. The other major headline, that tropical storm threat set to combine with a powerful storm system. High winds and heavy rain expected to slam into the U.S., then up through the Midwest, into the Northeast, just as we start this weekend. Rob Marciano times it all out tonight. The breaking headline late today, a judge now ruling the Justice Department must hand over grand jury materials from the Robert Mueller investigation to the Democrats. Tonight, actress Felicity Huffman out of federal prison early. What we've now learned. Harvey Weinstein attending a performance in New York City when he's confronted, how this played out and the anger on that video. Is President Trump's company about to sell the lease to the Trump D.C. hotel? And the other D.C. mystery tonight, the new book by the anonymous senior administration official. What the back cover reportedly reveals tonight. Your money, forget Halloween. Tonight, the race to get your Christmas dollars. The sales up this weekend and where? And why so early? And paying tribute tonight to a giant. Former President Obama, Secretary Clinton, and Elijah Cummings' family, all remembering him, celebrating him, and what President Obama said about kindness, about being honorable.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a very busy Friday night, a very busy week. And we begin tonight with those two weather emergencies as we come on the air. The new tropical storm forming late today in the Gulf. It will affect many states right through the weekend, right up through the Midwest and the Northeast. And the state of emergency in California tonight, out of control fires in both the north and southern part of that state. The tick fire exploding in size, fueled by those Santa Ana winds, gusting up to 65 miles per hour tonight. Homes consumed by flames, tens of thousands forced to evacuate. Hundreds of firefighters on the front lines, aircraft dropping retardant from above. And all of this, as I mentioned, as we watch that tropical storm Olga now threatening the Gulf Coast and later the Midwest and much of the East. We have it all covered tonight, beginning with ABC's chief national correspondent, Matt Gutman. He's in California.
Tonight in California, north and south, firefighters battling blazes turbocharged by gale force winds. LA County in a state of emergency. The tick fire breaking out near Santa Clarita, just north of Los Angeles, Thursday afternoon. Firefighters racing in. About 40,000 residents ordered to flee.
There are currently families screaming, and there are dozens and dozens of families on this block here.
The flames closing in on neighborhoods.
Firefighters trying to prevent this fire from getting up to these houses. They're jumping house to house. All of us here getting drenched from hoses. The smoke is overwhelming.
Police setting up dozens of roadblocks, beyond one of which we saw this woman running home.
Okay, do you want to ride?
No, I'm okay.
You're sure?
Her name is Estella.
My house, my family is here.
Your kids are in the house?
Yes.
We helped her load her SUV, her daughter and dogs inside, pulling away just as the flames started coming down the hill. By nightfall, other families discovering the worst.
So this is what's left of the house. Nothing. We have 3 sheep left.
The aerial assault continuing through the night amid a treacherous trifecta of low humidity, high heat, and high wind.
We've had gusts of 50 miles per hour here. That's why this house is engulfed.
Firefighters racing house to house, using saws to break into burning homes, tearing apart walls, trying to extinguish the fire inside. The fire even jumping the 14 freeway, flames surging into the lanes. To the north, in Sonoma County, the governor declaring a state of emergency also. The Kincaid fire already at over 20,000 acres. Our Will Reeve is there.
This fire has burned dozens of structures like this one. PG&E cut power to nearly 30,000 customers in the area, but last night the company admitted they didn't cut power to a nearby transmission line, which malfunctioned just minutes before the fire erupted.
This time-lapse video shows a large glow emerge. It quickly spreads just after the power went out.
Let's get to Matt Gutman. He's live from Santa Clarita, California tonight. And Matt, the wind, I know, has been a big factor driving all of these fires. And you were telling us firefighters are very concerned about the winds heading into this weekend.
And that wind, David, is what's fueling the urgency here. This house was gutted overnight in a fire, but it is still smoldering inside. And that's why these firefighters are posted up here in case any of those embers are kicked up by the wind and threaten the other homes in this neighborhood. Now, this wind event is expected to continue, in fact, intensify in Northern California over the weekend, which is why PG&E intends to shut off power to millions of people there. David.
Matt Gutman leading us off tonight. Matt, thank you. And as we track the fires in the west, we are also monitoring that newly formed tropical storm Olga, now taking aim at the Gulf Coast, combining with a system that will then affect the Midwest and the Northeast, too. So let's get right to senior meteorologist Rob Marciano, also live in California tonight. And of course, Rob, first the fires. What are we looking at this weekend?
Well, the winds have come down some, but you can see it's still gusty, hot, and dry. We have another setup for wind coming right behind this one. Got to get through this evening, though. Still critical fire danger conditions from Ventura to here to Southern California. But here comes the next one. High pressure builds in, a tight pressure gradient. Could be really bad for Northern California especially. But we've got red flag warnings already up and fire weather watches already up from tomorrow right through at least Monday. Gulf is active, as you mentioned. Tropical storm Olga, late for this time of year, going to be sucked up into that frontal system, but heavy rain and wind with this beginning tonight and tomorrow. New Orleans, Memphis, up through Louisville, Cincinnati. We've got flood watches posted. The heavy rain working its way into the Northeast on Sunday. That is rain that we would love to have here in Southern California. David?
Just about the whole country challenged this weekend. Rob Marciano, our thanks to you on a Friday night. And now to breaking developments from Washington tonight. A victory for Democrats in the House. A judge now ordering the Justice Department to turn over Robert Mueller's secret grand jury documents to House Democrats. Here's ABC's Chief Justice correspondent Pierre Thomas tonight.
Tonight, the president facing questions about the strength of his strategy in the Ukraine impeachment investigation, defiantly saying he is a team of one.
Here's the thing. I don't have teams. Everyone's talking about teams. I'm the team. I did nothing wrong.
Just after those remarks, the president facing a setback. A federal judge calling the House impeachment proceedings legal and ordering the Justice Department to hand over grand jury materials from Robert Mueller's Russia investigation to the House Judiciary Committee by next week. Previously redacted materials would be included. Democrats have been investigating whether Trump obstructed the long-running probe into Russia's interference into the 2016 election. But the president continues to rail against those charges.
This was the worst hoax in the history of our country.
And now Attorney General William Barr ordering the Justice Department to launch a criminal investigation into itself into how the investigation began. Something Barr has been skeptical of since he became Attorney General.
We should be worried about whether government officials abuse their power and put their thumb on the scale.
The president has been calling for such an investigation for months.
It looks like it's becoming very serious from what I'm hearing. Investigate the investigators.
Pierre Thomas with us live outside the Justice Department tonight. And Pierre, Democrats already critical of Attorney General William Barr starting this criminal investigation into his own Justice Department's Russia investigation. Critics, of course, questioning both the president's and Barr's motives here.
That's right, David. Some are claiming the president is using the Justice Department to settle scores with political opponents. And some Democrats are accusing Barr of trying to help the president politically by offering distractions while impeachment proceedings are underway. And some Democrats are saying that Barr should recuse himself from all things Ukraine. David?
Pierre Thomas tonight, thank you. A major headline this evening about one of the Trump family's major properties. ABC News has confirmed the Trump Organization is exploring selling the rights to their Washington, D.C. Trump Hotel. In a statement tonight, the president's son Eric saying, quote, people are objecting to us making so much money on the hotel, and therefore we may be selling. The company is hoping to make more than $500 million for the lease rights. And there is also news tonight about that anonymous official inside the Trump administration set to release a tell-all book. Tonight, Axios now reporting the mystery official who famously wrote a New York Times op-ed describing a resistance inside the administration claims to have been a frequent participant now in meetings with President Trump. They report the author writes on the back cover that the book will feature the president in his own words. The book, called A Warning, is due out next month. Next tonight, actress Felicity Huffman has now been released from prison early after serving 11 days of her 14-day sentence. Here's Whit Johnson.
Tonight, out of jail, actress Felicity Huffman turning in that prison uniform, serving just 11 of her 14-day sentence. The low-security California facility calling the early exit standard procedure for those set to be released on weekends. The Desperate Housewives star pleading guilty in that nationwide college admissions scandal, paying $15,000 to boost her daughter's SAT score. Also this week, a new set of bribery charges for 11 parents who've pleaded not guilty, including actress Lori Loughlin and her husband Massimo Giannulli. The couple is accused of paying $500,000 to get their daughters into USC as fake athletic recruits.
It is impossible not to think that this is the prosecutors trying to force these parents to plead. We're going to put more heat on you until you plead guilty.
As for Huffman, she's been ordered to pay a $30,000 fine and perform 250 hours of community service. David?
Whit Johnson, thank you. Next this evening, the confrontation involving Harvey Weinstein during a public appearance here in New York City. Facing allegations of sex assault, anger from others in the room. Here's ABC's Paula Ferris.
Nobody's gonna say anything. Nobody's really gonna say anything.
Harvey Weinstein confronted by a woman at a New York City event for emerging artists.
I'm gonna stand 4 feet from a rapist, and nobody's gonna say anything.
Weinstein was sitting in the back at times, flanked by women. Comedian Kelly Bachman first spotted him from the stage. She then calls out the disgraced movie mogul.
It's a Freddy Krueger in the room, if you will. I didn't know that we have to bring our own maze and rape whistles to Actors Hour. No.
Bachman, who says she's a survivor of sexual assault, tells us she was taken aback when she heard a young man telling her to shut up.
That was the most triggering experience I've had in a long time.
Dozens of women have accused Weinstein of sexual misconduct, and he's now facing multiple criminal charges, including rape and sexual assault. As for that confrontation, Weinstein's team telling The Hollywood Reporter it was downright rude and an example of how due process today is being squashed by the public. David Weinstein has pleaded not guilty to all charges and maintains that any sexual encounters were consensual. And until his sexual assault trial begins in January, the court is permitting him to travel within the New York area. David?
All right, thank you, Paula. Tonight, the General Motors strike is officially over. The United Auto Workers approving a new contract with GM. Tens of thousands of workers were off the job for nearly 6 weeks. The contract includes wage increases and offers temporary workers a path now to permanent employment. And troubling news on the economy tonight. The Treasury Department reports the federal deficit soaring to $984 billion now in 2019. That's the highest level in 7 years. We turn now to the tributes, the celebration of the life of Congressman and civil rights leader Elijah Cummings. Former Presidents Obama and Clinton, Secretary Hillary Clinton among those paying tribute, and the Congressman's wife and daughters, and what we didn't know about his final months.
Before dawn, they lined up, a community, a nation, there to celebrate the life of civil rights leader and pioneering Congressman Elijah Cummings. In Baltimore, pallbearers carrying the casket. Inside, thousands. Former President Bill Clinton and Secretary Clinton, former Vice President Joe Biden, and former President Obama. Secretary Clinton evoking Congressman Cummings' biblical name, Elijah.
Like the prophet, our Elijah could call down fire from heaven. But he also prayed and worked for healing. He weathered storms and earthquakes, but never lost his faith.
Former President Bill Clinton, too.
I love this man. I loved every minute I ever spent with him, every conversation we ever had. I loved his booming voice. But we should hear him now in the quiet times at night and in the morning when we need courage.
And former President Obama on Congressman Cummings and his character.
There's nothing weak about kindness and compassion. There's nothing weak about looking out for others. There's nothing weak about being honorable. You're not a sucker to have integrity and to treat others with respect.
Elijah Cummings was the son of sharecroppers from the South, and he would tell his own children about their worth.
Dad wanted me to understand and appreciate my blackness and truly feel that my rich brown skin was just as beautiful as alabaster or any shade of the rainbow.
And his wife Maya revealing today what few knew about his final months, his health challenges compounded by the political ones.
It got infinitely definitely more difficult in the last